Today we're going to talk about the use of since and for in the present perfect. Many students along the years have had problems on the usage of these two friends that are very important when you talk about present perfect. In which situations are we going to use each one of them? This is what we're going to see in this video. In the next picture, I think that everything is a little clearer. As you can see, we use for plus a period of time. What period of time? 3 days, 2 years, 2 months, a decade, etc., etc. For an hour, for a minute. It doesn't matter. Since we talk about a period of time. In the chart, you can see Monday, and we have already supposed that today is Thursday. So you have the past and you have now. So in a summary, when we use for? Some examples here in the chart, as you can see, for 3 days, for a week, for a year, for a minute, for 4 weeks, for 5 years, for an hour, and so on and so forth. However, we use since plus the start of a period of time. When this period of time we are talking about, that the action has taken place, started. You know, Monday is the day when we found out that Jill arrived in Ireland in the first example. So now Monday is the start of the period of her being in Ireland. So we use, in this case, we use since. Since Monday. So how long has she been in Ireland? She's been in Ireland since Monday. So Monday is the past. Today, as we said, is Thursday. So today is the present. So Jill's still there in Ireland. So this is a very typical use of present perfect, by the way. So in a short, how can we use since? Some examples here we have in the chart. You can see since Monday, since June 10th, since 1995, since Wednesday, since Christmas, since she moved here, since 10 o'clock, since April, etc., etc., etc. So this is pretty easy to separate the use of for and since. For a period of time, and since is used to specify when this period of time started. So I believe that is a little clearer now for most of my students, and also for those students that are studying English in a deeper way. Well, in both cases of either for or since, the question here, the question that we are going to use is how long. But I have to remind you that how long here is not related to distance, because there is a kind of confusion between the two of them. You know, here we are talking about length of time. So it's not how long in terms of distance. How long has she walked? She has walked for 2 miles, or she has walked for 3 kilometers, or something like that. So in this case, we are talking about length of time. And here we have an example. How long has Jill been in Ireland? You can say in both ways. Jill has been in Ireland for 4 days, or Jean has been in Ireland since Monday. So in these two cases, in this both cases, we have the question with how long. So you have not to forget that how long in this case is for length of time. How long from one time to another. Of course, you have also how long for distance, but it's a little different. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this, and I hope it have helped you to understand a little more about the use of present perfect. I believe that many of students that I have, at the beginning they don't understand the use of present perfect, because we don't have present perfect in Brazil. We don't have, as a matter of fact, we don't have present perfect in Portuguese. So it's a little difficult for the students to understand at the beginning. But after, I think that after they see the use of since and for, things start being a little clearer for them in the use of present perfect. Well, most of my students for all these years, they try to avoid the use of present perfect. But I have to tell them that avoiding the use of present perfect is a kind of language suicide, because for everything basically he uses the present perfect. I used to tell them that if you are talking to a live person, you have to use the present perfect. So my advice for you guys is that you have to understand quite well the use of this verb tense, and if we have the time, we are going to issue another video just talking about the present perfect, which is a very difficult subject for students in general. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.